Hello, everybody. I am back with episode 3 Anointed Tea podcast. If at any time y'all can't hear me, type it in the comments. I am your podcaster host, Lucretia. Y'all, to arrive at this point, I had to scream and yell at children. I had to get it quiet. But the show goes on. So my first episode, that's leading up to this point, we talked about love and lust. We talked about relationships. We talked about, is it okay to have side pieces? We talked about love or lust. Is everybody cheating? Then episode 2, we talked about bitter or better. So after people have experienced the trauma of cheating, the trauma of what could be sometimes the worst betrayal, what's after that? How does that affect your views on commitment, on relationships? How does that affect you? Because that is a type of trauma, if you ask me, from experiences and just from witnessing it with other people. So today we're going to talk about, it's going to get mushy. We're going to talk about love languages, okay? So we done got past the cheating. We done got past the trauma. And now we're getting into the mushy stuff, okay? So today we were going to talk about, episode 3 is about love languages. Okay, y'all? I'm getting all these alerts. I wish you'd have stopped. I'm not going to take it off right now. And then before I started this podcast, before I started this live, God, and it's mighty funny, all the noise took place. God put it on my heart to share the message with somebody and tell you, tune out the noise in the background. Yes, sometimes you just got to tune out everything. You can't let anything bother you. And I found that to be fruitful. I found that to be helpful. I found that to be true. But before I came on, God said, tune out the noise in the background. So, yeah, maybe that can help somebody. If you come on to my podcast, I need 50 subscribers. And I thank God I am walking it down. I have, people are actually going to my YouTube channel, my podcast channel, and they're actually subscribing. So I just want to tell the people that have taken the time to go and subscribe to my channel out of support, out of love, I thank you. I thank you for being supportive. I thank you. So if you have not subscribed, I would kindly appreciate it. The subscription is free. And it doesn't cost you a dime. These alerts about to hit my nerves. But let's get into it, y'all. So we're talking about love languages. Okay, y'all? So after I digged in and did some research, I like to give people credit. It's a book called 5 Love Languages. A book by a marriage counselor named Gary Chapman. I hope I'm saying his name right. Gary Chapman. And this book was published in 1992 called 5 Love Languages. And the whole topic of discussion was people have different personalities, give and receive love in different ways, okay? And I totally agree. Before I knew about Mr. Gary Chapman, before I knew about the book, before I knew about love languages or anything like that, growing up, we would hear people say, you got to speak. Hey, y'all, everybody that's coming on, you got to share the live for me. You got to speak that language. You got to speak their love language. So, yeah, you have 5. He wrote a book about 5 different love languages. So the top 5 different love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch, okay? I'm going to elaborate on all of those, okay? And for my Christian worldview, I will talk about your girl, Esther, okay? Yes, Esther gonna come into play. So, we talked about the relationships. We talked about things that can happen in relationships. We talked about the woes. Now, let's talk about some of the good stuff, some of the mushy stuff. So, when I went through and did my homework, I didn't interview anybody for this. So, if you want to come on to the live with your questions, your comment, please feel free and you're welcome to do so. So with the love languages, words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch. Let's talk about it, y'all. Okay? Let's talk about it. We done talked about the issues. Let's talk about the good stuff. Okay? There is nothing like, and I want y'all feedback on what's your love language? What's your love language? You know, that's a part of communication. We talked about that on yesterday. We talked about, you know, is there ever a reason to cheat or a reason not to cheat? So I think that this is where all this is going to come into play. And first, let me give all praises, all glory, all honor to the man up above who made all things possible. I thank you, God. So back to the love languages. So words of affirmation, y'all. Words of affirmation will be things like, baby, you're beautiful. Baby, you can. So, okay, let's find us some narratives. Let's find us something to talk about that'll give us examples for people that may be watching. If you know, you know. If you don't, here it is. Words of affirmation. That's letting your significant other know, you know, baby, you're beautiful. Baby, the outfit you put on, that pink dress you wear, baby, it's so beautiful. I like that. Put that on again. You know, we about to step out. You look nice. I love those shoes. Oh, baby, you the baddest man in the room. Words of affirmation. And I think that those things help in relationships. And I think that those things matter because when you meet your mate, and you meet your person, you know, it's something that attracted you to that person, right? Or wrong? I believe I'm right. I hope the audio is still going. But I believe I'm right. So, words of affirmation. I think that that matters. I think that that matters. Because if you ain't saying it to me, somebody gonna say it. So, if you're around your mate day in, day out, and you never acknowledge their effort of the things that they put into their physicality, their physical self, their appearance. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Their appearance, their clothes, their hair. That matters. You know, some people so tough and so you know, I got some thugs, you know, I'm from the hood. But some people so tough, I guess it could not matter, but that matters to me in a relationship. It's nothing like waking up to a person every day. You know, a person who you've agreed to spend your life with or to spend this commitment with. And there's never a good morning, beautiful. There's never a baby. You know, you look so good with that red hair. Wear the red for me. Or, baby, short hair really compliments you. It's nice. Those things are needed. And vice versa for the men. Like, oh, baby, put them jogging pants on. Put them jogging pants on. And bring that tail. Here, boy. But, no, those things truly do matter. So, we're talking about love languages. And when I finish, I will have it set up. I was trying to figure some stuff out, but I have a quiz that I'm going to offer my followers, and I will be the one do it for you all. I have it set up, but I need to figure out how to navigate through some stuff with me being new to the podcast world, and that's okay. I'm doing this for us. I'm doing this for y'all. So, and it will tell you what's your love language. I think it's cute. So, let's keep going. So, that matters. Get to know your mate love language. Like, if that's what drives the drive, if that's what get y'all, keep y'all gassed up and where y'all going, I say go with it. Quality time is another one. And I just feel like that's a big one too. And we talked about that when we talked about the issues that people have when it comes to relationships. We talked about bitter or better, and we talked about is everybody cheating. So in between those two podcasts, there was a statement I made. I'm not sure if anyone else commented, but I was saying that that's a red flag for me. Inconsistency. Like, I'm the type of person that's a part of my love language. Like, I need consistency, baby. I need to know that this is what we doing. I need the consistency. I need the assurance. It's just something about being consistent with me that means everything to me. I mean, free game. I hope don't nobody go study this and try to use. Why everybody want to call doing my podcast? No. And if you're my Facebook friend, you see me on here. Comment. Share the live for me. We talking about love languages. So when it comes to quality time, I'm big on that. If you work, I work. Parenting is involved. Jobs is involved. Family is involved. The whole shebang. We have got to have some type of quality time together. I don't care if it's taking a bath, climbing up in our bed, and we just laying there holding each other. Only you can define what looks like quality time to you. But I need that me and you time. We have got to make time for us. Because if you ain't got the time, what we doing? Like, ain't nobody in a relationship just to pay bills or just to reach financial goals. Like, I know sacrifices come about, and I know those things are important, but baby, we talking real life right here. So I guess it depends on what your reasons are with your couple, because I have had friends, co-workers. When I say friends, I mean associates, people in passing, co-workers, ministry, church, whatever, that has been around long enough, and they have admitted they are in lucrative positions. And I don't blame them for dating up or dating someone that can meet that criteria or whatever their reason might be. But it's some of them that married strictly for financial purposes, and that's okay. If you and your mate agree to that, and that's both of y'all love language, get the bag, that is okay. But don't knock Sally Sue, because Sally Sue, you know, wasn't big on the bag, but she was big on the unity, okay? Or he was big on the unity. And of course, finances matter depending on your agenda, your goals in life, and what you want. You know, everybody's different. Have at it. I don't care. I'm not finna get off subject. So quality time matters to me. That's a part of my love language. Like, I need time and I need affirmation. Words of affirmation. I need that. What the song say? Hype me up. Hype me up. Okay? Because if you ain't, who else? Who else? Should nobody outside be cheering louder than the person that be louder than the person next to me? Receiving gifts. That's another love language. People love gifts. People love giving gifts. Okay? Now, here's where it takes a twist. Okay? Receiving gifts. Gifts are always nice. From your committed partner, your significant other, your husband, your wife, your person. Gifts are always nice. Okay? Gifts are nice. Thank you, Lavelle, for going to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. But gifts are always nice. Okay, y'all? Receiving gifts is one of them. It doesn't say giving. It says receiving. Now, like I said, we just going to talk narratives. We just going to talk life. We're going to talk tea. We're going to talk what's real. So, with receiving gifts, okay? And this is about your love language with your committed partner. So, a lot of times, help me, Holy Spirit. A lot of times I've seen people, associates, friends, they love gifts, like love receiving gifts. Like, you buy me this, you spending your money on me, you showering me with gifts, you giving me everything that I asked for. Like, boom, that's my love. Like, you him, you are him. Or vice versa, if you're a man, you are her. That's some people love language. They love receiving gifts. And if they meet the person that can shower them with gifts, that's something that speaks their lingo. That you love me, you care about me, and you understand what I like. Basically. So back to the author. People have different personalities, give and receive love in different ways. People really do. Because receiving gifts may mean that somebody love you to you, and receiving gifts to somebody like me, you know, sometimes I be on like, what's up? I get too good. I'm like, hold on. But it all depends on the person. It all depends on your experiences. It all depends on your love language. It all depends on how it translates to you. It all depends on your experiences. Okay? Okay, it's getting good. Acts of service. Okay, receiving gifts, acts of service. So acts of service would be like paying a bill, fixing dinner, going to my appointments with me. Like, you got some people, that's their love language. You're able to show up and lighten the load. You're able to show up and, you know, you understand, you know, that means a lot to me. Like, I dated a person and I was almost handicapped. I was almost caught in a sham. This person knew that was my love language. Baby, you like to pay bills. I ain't saying I'm no gold digger, but I'm just saying it translates to, oh, baby, you talking my talk now, cause these bills, baby. But I had a person in my life that he really enjoyed. That was his love language. He really enjoyed, like, the provider role. Like, I want to help, lighten the load. You know, I want to be the manly man. I'm gonna take a bill or two off your hands. I am going to be an asset. You know, and some people appreciate acts of service, even if it's down to cooking. Some people, you ask them, what is it about your husband or your wife that you like? And they be like, oh, first thing come to mind, oh, baby can cook. Some people, that's their love language. They may hate cooking. They may want to do everything else in the relationship but cook. And they get them somebody who can throw down and go find out and find the ancestors, and you see, taste the ancestors in their food, and that's what they want. That's what they want. It's all about the person. It's all about the person. You show up for all of my doctor's appointments. You show up for all the times that it matters. People appreciate that. So back to love languages. It's all about the person, because people really do have different personalities. You have got to know what you want. You have got to know what speaks to you. I'm tired of that. You have got to know what speaks to that. That's so rude to me, because you see me on here. You have got to know what speaks to you. You have got to know what's your love language. And last but not least, hello to everybody on the live. Share the live for me. And last but not least, physical touch. Oh my God. Physical touch. Now, some people are not into the mushy, the romance. Well, I don't know whether to call physical touch romance, but you've got some people always want to hug, always want to kiss, always want to they just got to be in your skin. Some people may love that. That is a pet peeve of mine. Y'all, I don't know why. I don't know why. Leave y'all comments. Share the live for me. I don't know why, but physical touch is not a love language for me. They work my nerves, somebody that's overly assertive, like overly mushy and touchy. I know y'all gonna say I'm crazy, but it is. Like they gotta touch your hair. They gotta rub and feel your skin. Oh, no. I don't want nobody who is constantly touching and rubbing and, oh, baby, I just can't get enough of just, no. And I guess y'all would say, why? I don't know. I've never been the person. I am not even big on kissing. No. Ain't no kiss and tell over here. I ain't big on kissing. I'm just not big on kissing. Like, call me weird. Like, I've never been the type that, oh, I just gotta get a kiss. Oh, I just gotta be in your skin. I just want to rub on you. Some people are. That's their love language, living in your skin. Some people thrive off of touch, physical touch. That translates to me, you love me. That's my love language. That shows me you care. Those are the things that I look forward to. Those are the things that move me. Those are the things that grow us together. Our love languages. Knowing your person, knowing what they love. You know, and knowing what they do not like. So, I've given it the 5 love languages. Now I'm going to go real quick into this good old Bible. So, when I did love languages, I said, God, you know you got to be all up in the tea, right? I got to leave something for your people, right? Because I don't know where God is going to take me with everything, but I can only be myself. So I prayed about some things. I'm not just hopping on here for fun or anything. People go through these things in real life. People face these issues in real life. I know being in ministry. I know being a mother. I know being a wife. I know being a sister. I know just real life experiences, if down to nothing else. Okay. But back to what I was saying, I said, Lord, so who you want me to use in the Bible with this love language stuff? Like, what? Who we can talk about? And the Holy Spirit said so clear, Esther. Okay, Esther. I said, okay, Esther, let me go do a little homework on Esther, God. And let me see what Esther got going, okay? One thing about Esther. Esther was a Jew. Y'all can go look Esther up in the book of Esther. I'm just going to touch some points and I'm going to paraphrase. Y'all can go and do y'all own homework, okay? Esther was a Jew. She became a queen, though. She ended up being able to reign, okay? I should have wrote the king name there, but I'm just giving y'all a narrative about Esther in the Bible and about love languages. That's what we talking about. So we're not going to go too far to the right or to the left. We're going to try to stay right here in the middle. So Esther was a Jew. And just picture this. The king didn't want the queen that they had for him. So what he did was call for all the virgins. I guess in the surrounding areas or whatever. Like how we see on these talk shows when they trying to get it down to that one person. He called for all the virgins. But they could not. Evidently, whoever his people was, they were against the Jews. Esther was a Jew. But her uncle who raised her, Esther's father and mother evidently died or abandoned. I believe they died. But I think this was her father brother. He took Esther in and raised her as an orphan. He took her in and raised her because that's his bloodline. So he heard about it. He said his knees down like this is an opportunity. You know, this opportunity, just imagine you become queen and you could free the Jews from oppression. And, you know, I'm sure Esther was looking like, what? What? But, you know, Esther said, okay. He told her, don't let them know you're a Jew. Don't let them know you're related to me. Boom. And I'm going to show you where to go. I'm going to check on you every day. I'm just saying this because in the Bible, it explained that he kept going back to the palace and I guess making sure that Esther was okay. Because at the end of the day, the way that it sounded, like her uncle wasn't going to play about her either, because he put her in that position. So Esther went through the process, and Esther evidently had to be smart. And it talks about her figure. It talks about her stature as a woman. So evidently Esther had it going on. Esther had the BBL. I said BBL. Yeah, the BBL. Esther had the whole shebang. Esther was intelligent and cute to look at, because it put emphasis on her appearance repeatedly in the Bible while I was reading it. So Esther goes into, she with the ops to set her family free. Esther trusting her uncle. This been my uncle my whole life. He won't steer me wrong. He knew Esther was smart and able to, I guess, take on the mission, the assignment. Long story short, Esther go through the whole year, because it mentioned 6 months they had to wear a certain fragrance, or I guess have a certain attire on for the king, and then 6 more months they had to wear a different kind of fragrance, and I guess a different kind of attire. So this is what qualifies you to the end. So Esther in there a whole year, okay, a whole year, and she in there with her ops, surviving it, mastering it, achieving, becoming the queen. So he picks Esther out of everybody. And he made mention that it was just something about Esther that spoke volumes to him. And it kept putting emphasis on, it found favor in his sight, them eyes, her aura, her disposition. It was something about Esther, y'all, because there was a lot of women there. Back to this love language where I'm going with this. Follow me. So Esther get in there, she become queen. And after she become queen, she find out from the uncle, because he still come checking on his niece. She found out from the uncle that, well, 2 of your security trying to take you out. They trying to bring bad stuff to your kingdom. They trying to do something to your king. So Esther exposed them with the information that the uncle gave, and the uncle found favor with the king. And Esther ended up, the uncle ended up finding out later on a petition was out to kill all the Jews. Well, the king never knew, evidently, that Esther was a Jew. So, or the uncle was a Jew, evidently, that he didn't know that. So the uncle reached out to Esther and was like, you know, they got a petition out. They finna kill all the Jews. Jew. You are a Jew. Ruling. Get out of here, devil. Get out of here, devil. My thing is saying the connection messed up. You are a queen, ruling, but you're a Jew. And the king is not even aware that the people he's trying to kill is your people. So Esther said, you know what, uncle? Me being the queen, I still don't have the authority to approach the king. It's days that they had to go, her even as the queen and as his wife, had to go like 30 days where the king, I guess, went on their sabbaticals or whatever their reasons were. And it's 30 days, nobody could see the king. Nobody could come. He don't care if it is his wife. So I'm going to tell you, Esther had to be a bad mama jamma. Esther had this man hard in some kind of way. I don't know. Esther most definitely was speaking his love language all the way around the board. She knew her king, okay? She knew what moved him. She knew what drove him. She knew what he liked, what he loved, had to. We talking about back in a time where the king was the king. Ain't no, like, you my wife, but it was all political. It was so many levels to it, you still couldn't get to him. So, outside of that, y'all, the petition is out. They're going to kill all the Jews. And Esther like, I can't do that. Like, I'm the queen, but I don't have that kind of power. I can't override what the king done already approved to happen. You know, like, I don't know what to do. Esther didn't panic. Come on, Esther. Come on, Esther. Esther did not panic. Esther said, okay, I'm going to go on a 3-day fast. It's something about a woman of God. No salt to no other woman. I love all y'all. But it's something about being anointed and appointed. It's something about your season. It's something about having the right king in your life. But Esther was like, okay, give me 3 days, uncle. Esther like, I got to figure this out. Because these my people. These who raised me. They the reason I'm right here in the position I'm in. I got to do something for my family. So Esther fasted 3 days and 3 nights. The uncle, she told the uncle them, she sent word out, y'all fast 3 days and 3 nights. And then I'll approach the king. At a time when I don't even think she was supposed to even be approaching the king. Esther said, I'll approach him. I'll approach him. And she said, if, in other words, if he killed me or if anything bad happens, so be it. I'm going to do it for my people. I'm going to do it because all the king ops was the ones that was his own people. Esther, like, my people been the one delivering you out of the hands of the enemy. My people been the one helping you rule your kingdom. My people been the protection without being the protection. So, back to this love language. Esther, after 3 days and 3 nights of fasting, Esther approached her king, honey. And it said like she was just a glory to see. And it's just me reading the words coming alive off the paper in the Bible. Basically, like she was a glory to see. It described the king pointing out his little staff, I guess, and her touching it. And it was just like a glorious moment for him. She approached him, speaking his love language. Because it said the king, like he irking to her. He didn't get upset. He didn't get mad. He like, there go my queen. Like, what you want, baby? Esther knew how to approach her man. She knew what moved him. She spoke his love language. Okay? Esther knew what type of words of affirmation to give him. She approached him and said, my king, your highness. She gave him the same respect that everybody else gave him. Quality time. Esther respected her time. She understood her appointed times with the king. Because had it not been so, she wouldn't have told her own family. And a lot of us deal with that. Where our family will get in our relationships. Girl, you need to go tell him that now. Esther told her own uncle who raised her, just give me a minute. Because you understand what position I'm in. And I can't just go approach this man like that. This my king too. So be mindful of family members and people that's in your ear telling you how to approach your king when you should know your king. Or your queen, vice versa, if you're a man watching this podcast. But she did it with understood quality time. She knew it was her time to be in the presence of the king. She like, I get my time. And he got to have his time to reign and to do the kingdom. He gotta be the king. I got to make sure he's in position to win. Because when he in position, all us win. I got to respect him as his queen. Not overthrow him, not overpower him. I gotta have a discernment. I've got to be strategic about how I approach my king. Because I know him. You don't.